Good evening and welcome into Wild Hill Field here on the Lexington Legends YouTube channel. We want to say thank you for joining us on this Tuesday night free hot dog night, as is every Tuesday here at the ballpark. And tonight it is the High Point Rockers. Once again, they were just here last Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and they are back at Wild Health Field in Lexington, this time to face the Wild Health Genomes. The Genomes tonight will have Kellogg on the mound, and for the Rockers, Casey Grimm, who was signed less than 4 hours ago. He'll get the nod tonight for the High Point Rockers, again, who make their way here into Lexington to take on the Genomes. The lineups look like this. Leading things off for the High Point Rockers, playing third base, is Russell. Batting second, playing center field, is Ben Aklinski. Batting third, the left fielder, Wheel, who has been a monster this year for the Rockers. Batting fourth, the DH, Lattimore. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Downs. Batting sixth, the second baseman, Leitendorf. The right fielder, Jay Gonzalez, will bat seventh. Michael Gulino will bat eighth and play behind the plate. And the shortstop, Alfonso, will bat ninth for the Rockers. For the Lexington Legends, in left field, leading things off is Luke Becker. Batting second, playing first, Chris Shaw. Batting third, the DH, Chris Davis. Batting fourth, the always entertaining Jimmy Paredes. Batting fifth is the right fielder, Felix P.A. Batting sixth, the Lexington product, Anderson Miller. He'll play center field tonight. Batting seventh is the third baseman, Johns. Alex Ray will bat eighth and play behind the plate. And Clayton Melbauer will bat ninth and play shortstop for the Wild Health Genomes, the home team on your scoreboard tonight. I'm Michael Watkins. First pitch is right around the corner. Don't go away. Broadcasting here live on your Lexington Legends YouTube channel. As we get ready for first pitch, Michael Russell will lead things off for the High Point Rockers, making their way into town once again. The Rockers, so far, 43-40 overall on the year. They actually lead the wild card race as we get ready to start or make our way through the second half of the season. 43-40. The Wild Health Genomes, just one full game back of the Rockers. So this series very important between these two teams. And the lefty Kellogg gets a first pitch strike as your first pitch, 6:39 here today on this Tuesday night at Wild Health Field. First pitch, a strike. This one is taken on the inside corner with a 1-ball-1-strike count to Michael Russell. Another pitch that misses outside, 2-1. Russell batting .236 on the season, leadoff hitter for the High Point Rockers. Swing and a miss, and Russell will go down swinging. So I think you missed the first pitch of the game, Hugh. The 39. We're trying to figure out what pitch we missed or what pitch Hugh missed. I'm going off what Hugh has, folks, so don't get mad at me as we get things started here. But it was a strikeout to Russell to lead things off by Kellogg. A good start for the Genomes pitcher. Good look at him there on your screen. And immediately one popped up in the air for Felix PA in right field. And he'll walk back all the way up to the warning track and the wall. And has some words with the wall after he hauls in the fly ball for out number 2. PA having some fun out there in right field. So quickly, 2 down in the inning for Xander Wheel, the left fielder for the Rockers. 21 home runs on the season, has him slated in the top 5 of the ALPB. Wheel takes a pitch for strike 1 against Kellogg. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This one chopped back to Kellogg, but it'll bounce off the shoe of the High Point left fielder and be called a foul, making the count no balls, 2 strikes. 0-2 the count as Kellogg rears back and delivers, and a swing and a miss. A quick inning for Ryan Kellogg. 1-2-3 in the top of the first, and we go to the bottom half of the inning here live on the Lexington Legends YouTube channel. Back to action here on the Legends YouTube channel. It's the High Point Rockers, your home team on the scoreboard tonight. Coming to the plate with Luke Becker leading things off against the newly signed Casey Grimm. He has been in a High Point uniform for less than 4 hours, but he'll make the start tonight. As Grimm, formerly of the Florence Yaws of the Frontier League, makes his debut for the Rockers in a first pitch that's taken for strike one. Is there a better name, though, than the Florence Yaws? I mean, that's perfect for a team in the Frontier League. But, I mean, I don't know what that means, Keith. He said the Albuquerque, the Isotopes. But the Florence Yaws, that's what Florence Yaw is known for. That's their saying. That's okay. 0-2 the count as Grimm works against Becker. That pitch outside. .292 average for the Genomes leadoff batter, who's playing in left field this evening. The 1-2 swung on and missed, and Becker down on strikes. So Chris Shaw will now come to the plate for the Genomes. Shaw with 13 home runs as well on an average of .292. Still some folks rolling in here to Wild Health Field as the Genomes, in their first year in the ALPB, taking on the High Point Rockers here at home. The Rockers were just here last week, went 1-2 against the Legends in a 3-game series on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Here's one that's grounded over to second base, and an easy play for Leitendorf for out number 2. And now it's Chris Davis entering the plate. Davis, a .404 average and 4 home runs since being signed by the Genomes back on July 7th. Former home run king in the major leagues with the Oakland A's just 4 years ago in 2018. Davis now wearing the Genomes uniform, donning the black, the blue, and the pink. Here's an 0-1 count to Davis. The pitch is swung on and missed, and Grimm with an 0-2 lead now. No balls, 2 strikes. Grimm with the high leg kick and a pitch that misses low. 1-2 the count. Grimm working against Davis and delivers the 1-2 again. Another pitch that misses out of the zone, evening things up at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Chris Davis, your DH tonight for the Wild Health Genomes. Jimmy Paredes in the on-deck circle. If Grimm allows Davis to reach, which he won't. Little soft chopper back to Grimm. He'll granny shot it over to the first baseman Downs for out number 3. And a quick 1-2-3 inning for the 2 lefties. Kellogg for the Genomes and Grimm for the Rockers. We're scoreless after 1, heading to inning number 2 at Wild Health Field on the Legends YouTube channel. Second inning coming into play here at Wild Health Field, and one pitch into the inning. We've got a one-score ball game. A home run on the very first pitch by the DH Lattimore, and Quincy goes yard over the left field wall for his 13th home run of the year. And after such a beautiful start to the game for Ryan Kellogg, one pitch into inning number 2, and we got a 1-0 game in favor of the High Point Rockers. Now it's the first baseman, Jerry Downs, digging into the batter's box. He'll hit one hard into right field as Felix P.A. will come in to field it. So 2 pitches and 2 swings and contacts made from Jerry Downs, and in the home run by Lattimore. Ryan Kellogg, who came in, was again struck out 2 in that first inning, but the Rockers seem to have figured him out here in the second inning. Now Leydendorf digs in. He'll take a pitch outside, ball 1. Chris Wood, your home plate umpire tonight. Michael Rash. That's not me saying I have a rash. That's Michael Rash, the first base umpire. And Lyle Travis, your third base umpire tonight, as Kellogg misses up high now, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. Kellogg will check on Downs at first and deliver. Swing on and missed by Leydendorf, the second baseman, who's batting .240 on the year, 10 home runs. Downs takes his lead off of first. The 2-1. Hit hard, high, and it won't get very far. Hit high into the air, and an easy play made by Johns, the third baseman. That one sounded like it was going to be a rocket launched by Leydendorf, but all it did was go way up in the air and then immediately come back down.
It's very unfair. But Cooper Campbell down there without a helmet on is about to get ripped out of that dugout.
Now Jay Gonzalez digs in. He'll hit one to left field. Coming in to make the play is Luke Becker. Couple of quick outs for Gulino. Gulino batting .254 on the season. And the first pitch outside, ball 1. Gulino had a good week here last week against the Legends when the Rockers made the trip. This one's grounded over to Paredes at second, and Jimmy will come up, flip over to first in time for the out. So a home run and a base hit to lead off the inning, but nothing after for the High Point Rockers. They do lead 1-0 as we go to the bottom half of the second inning, here live on the Legends YouTube channel. Heading into the bottom of the second inning, Jimmy Paredes will lead things off for the Wild Health Genomes. Paredes takes a pitch low and inside, ball one, trying to do what Lattimore did, who led things off in the top of the second inning with a solo shot. Paredes getting some good wood on that one, but it's heading foul back over top of the big league roofing roofs here at the stadium. Paredes, PA, and Miller, the 4, 5, 6 part of the order here, coming to the plate for the Genomes. Grimm will deliver. Nicely done by Russell over at third as he goes down to a knee, makes the play, and throws Paredes out at first base. So one down in the second for Felix PA, the right fielder tonight for the Wild Health Genomes. Good shot there at Paredes as he trots off the field. Graham looking good through 4 batters faced. The high leg kick and the first pitch to PA is taken outside. Felix this year batting .261, 8 home runs, 29 RBI for the Genomes, who top to bottom have a pretty steady lineup. Not one place you can really take for granted if you're a pitcher. You've got to go after each one of these guys. This one's popped up high by PA, playable in the infield. Russell, the third baseman, who threw out Paredes at first, will make the catch right behind the pitcher's mound for out number 2. Now it's the former Lafayette General Anderson Miller, the Lexington product, playing for one of his hometown teams, the Wild Health Genomes, in their first year in existence. Miller, the lefty this year, batting .270, 3 home runs, 28 RBI. Okay. 1-0 count to Miller. Pitch on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Miller falls behind 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Anderson Miller. Miller playing in center field tonight. John's in the on-deck circle for the Genomes. Swung on and missed, and Miller down swinging. How about this? 6 up, 6 down for Casey Grimm. Signed less than 4 hours before he took the mound tonight, and he gets another strikeout to end the second inning, and the Rockers have a 1-0 lead as we head to inning number 3. Here live on the Legends YouTube channel. Giovanni Alfonso, the second baseman for the Rockers, gets things started right at the shortstop for the Rockers, leading things off in the third inning. This one hit hard down the right field line, and Jimmy Paredes will make the play. Coming over from his second base spot. That's why you got to love Jimmy Paredes. And if you're a fan of the two teams here in Lexington, you got Paredes, who plays second base quite a bit, Brandon Phillips. When those two guys are at that second base position, they have so much fun when they're out there on the field. And Paredes making that play there for out number one. I'm going to go back to the top of the order with Michael Russell leading things off, or the leadoff batter for the Rockers. Russell struck out his first time up, one of the two strikeout victims for Kellogg thus far. 0-1 count for Russell. Outside, missing. 1 ball, 1 strike. In Women in Baseball Week is what this week is known for. Here's a 1-1. This one grounded hard down the third base side, and it'll get foul as the count goes to 1-2. Russell takes one on the outside again as the count goes to 2-2. This one chopped over to Melbauer. Clayton, a nice defensive play as he throws out the speedy Russell at first. Great defense by the Genomes shortstop on that play. So 2 down in the third, and now it's Ben Aklinski, former Lexington legend, did a lot of damage in this park last year as a member of the Legends organization. The center fielder with a 1-0 count, now 2-0 as Kellogg misses outside. Aklinski batting .274, 13 home runs, and 51 RBI. One of the top hitters in the ALPB. Really good at getting on base has been Aklinski. Fouls that one off as the count goes to 2-1. Aklinski awaits, and he'll swing through for strike 2. Kellogg gets him to miss, and the count now even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rockers center fielder digs back in. Aklinski with Kellogg winding up and delivering, just missing outside. Kellogg thought he might have caught the plate for strike 3. Instead, it's a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes to Ben Aklinski. Batting .274, 13 home runs, 51 RBI for a guy batting in the number 2 spot for the Rockers. Ben, a hard hit ball over to Melbauer, who fumbles it twice, and he does not have a play. And an E6 will allow Ben Aklinski to reach base safely. Check out the replay here. Melbauer bobbled it once, bobbled it twice, and had no play, as there's now 2 outs in the inning. 1 on for the Rockers, and Xander Wheel now faces off against Kellogg. He struck out his first time around as well. Kellogg checks on the runner, Aklinski at first, misses outside, 1-0. See if that error comes back to affect the Genomes, who already trail 1-0. Aklinski going to be caught in a rundown, And he is going to be out at second base, tagged by Paredes. A good throw over from Chris Shaw and a good job by Ryan Kellogg to pick him off, get him in the pickle, and in the inning. The Rockers lead 1-0 as we go to the bottom half of the third, broadcasting live in Lexington at Wild Hill Field on the Legends YouTube channel. Gavin Johns now bats for the Wild Hill Genomes, who have yet to put a hit on the board against the High Point Rockers. Genomes trailing it 1-0. Casey Grimm, the starter for the Rockers. Last pitch for the Florence Yaws, made one start for the team out of the Frontier League. The Florence Yaws was signed by the Rockers earlier today and gets the nod here against the Genomes, and he's pitched well through 2 innings of work so far. A 1-ball, 1-strike count to Gavin Johns. It's Johns, Rye, and Melbauer batting here in the bottom of the third. Aklinski backing up, and that one's going to be off the wall. A leadoff base hit for Gavin Johns as he gets aboard, and the Genomes have a base runner to lead things off in the third inning. Nicely done by Johns to get aboard. Now it's the bottom of the order trying to bring him in and tie this game up. Austin Rye batting 197, 3 home runs, and 25 RBI. Rye was traded to the Genomes back on July 15th. Traded for Carlos Castro, who went to the Long Island Ducks in exchange for Rye. So a catcher for a catcher. And Rye facing off against Grimm. Pitch comes inside, ball 1. The Genomes and the Rockers separated by 1 game in the wild card standings. This game, this series, very important for each team. The 1-0 fouled off over top of the Mattress Overstock Stables. Folks, if you come to a Genomes or a Legends game, make sure to stop by the Mattress Overstock Stables. Grab you a nap and one of the picnic tables over there. It's a great spot to relax under the shade at the Mattress Overstock Stables. 1-1 count to Rye as Grimm delivers outside 2-1. Grimm will get the sign and delivers the 2-1. Up top now, 3 balls and a strike. Let's see if we can get another base runner aboard for the Genomes. Rye awaits, and a hard hit ball in the left field. That one's going to be over the left field wall. A two-run blast for Rye as he drives in. Gavin Johns in the bottom of the order doing the damage for the Genomes. They take a 2-1 lead here in the third. Rye puts his almost in the same spot that Lattimore put his back in the second inning. And now it's Clayton Melbauer. Check out this one, folks. A no-doubter off the bat of Austin Rye. First pitch to Melbauer taken, ball one. And make it 3-0. 3 straight out of the zone for Grimm. 2-0. Sorry, Hugh, you changed that one quickly. So it's 2 balls, no strikes. Melbauer, now it's 3-0. I was just looking into the future, guys. 3 balls, no strikes to Clayton Melbauer. And that one a call strike. Melbauer taken all the way. Swing and a miss. Make it 3-2. And eventually coaxing the walk is Clayton Melbauer. So all 3 guys aboard to lead off the inning for the Genomes. Back to the top of the order we go. Luke Becker now comes to the plate. Becker struck out to lead off the ball game for the Genomes in their first time through the order. Chris Shaw and Chris Davis will follow. With Melbauer on board at first, Becker bats with a .291 average on the year and 13 home runs and 50 RBI and an .872 OPS for the Genomes left fielder. This pitch hit hard in the left field. That one's going back. That one's heading toward the crush zone, but it will fall short into the glove of Bennett Klinsky in left center field. First out of the inning recorded by Klinsky. Grimm now can breathe a sigh of relief as he's able to finally get one down. And now it's Chris Shaw. Chris Shaw grounded out to second base in his first plate appearance. The first baseman batting .257 on the season. Pitch outside, ball one. Grimm making his Rockers debut, went 6 up and 6 down before Gavin Johns led off this inning with a double to center field. And then Austin Rye took care of the scoreless game for the Genomes with a 2-run shot over the left field wall. 2-0 the count to Shaw. 1 down and 1 on here in the third. Grimm sets and delivers. A hard hit ball into right center field. That one could be extra bases for Shaw. Melbauer rounding second. And how about the arm of the center fielder, Ben Klinsky, hauling that one in off the wall. Throws it in quickly to keep Shaw at first. And now there's runners at the corners for the Genomes. Shaw got a good piece of that one. And now Chris Davis has some chance to do some real damage here versus Grimm. A quick trip to the mound for the Rockers manager as he checks on Grimm, who is laboring here. Grimm listed as a relief pitcher on Baseball Reference. Now the entire infield coming in. A quick check, and we'll get back to work. Just want to make sure Grimm knows who he's facing here. This is Chris Davis, ladies and gentlemen, former Major League Baseball home run king from back in 2018. I think it was 48 home runs he hit for the Oakland A's back in 2018. Grimm glances over at Shaw at first. Davis! My goodness, Chris Davis obliterates a baseball over the left field wall, and a 3-run blast makes it 5-1 Genomes. And that one, the leather came off the baseball, a rocket launched by Davis to make it 5-1, home team out in front. Check out this rocket launched off the bat of Chris Davis on the replay. Man, that one was destroyed into left field. So now the base is empty for Paredes, and I told you Davis coming to the plate had a chance to do some real damage, and he did just that. Paredes falls, or takes a 1-0 lead as the first pitch misses outside. 1-0 the count. Here's a pitch low and inside. 2 balls, no strikes. And there's already action up in the pen for the High Point Rockers. Paredes will pop this one up. It'll get out of play. Two balls, 1 strike to Paredes. Jimmy chases after one there, low and away, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count. Grimm waits the pitch, the 2-2. Hit hard into right field and playable. Caught by Gonzalez for the second out of the inning. Now it's Felix P.A. P.A. wears number 12. He'll dig in for the Genomes. Felix popped up to third his first time up. Takes one up high in the zone, ball 1. P.A. sees another pitch go by. This one catches the outside corner. P.A. nothing but a smile on his face as the count evens up at a ball and a strike. 2 down here in the bottom half of the third, and a 5-run third inning for the Wild Health Genomes. P.A. misses there. 2-1 the count. Glad to have you along on this Tuesday. Free hot dog night at the ballpark. And a good baseball game on the field. This one grounded hard down the first baseline. They'll call it a foul, and once again, the count even. 2-2. Casey Grimm making his first start for the Rockers. He looked so good. 6 up, 6 down. Had a couple of strikeouts in that stretch. But this inning, it all fell apart. 5 runs on the board for the Genomes, and PA will foul off another pitch. Two, 2 outs, base is empty for PA. Grimm Sets up and delivers. Missing low as the count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down in the third for the Wild Health Genomes. Casey Grimm trying to get out of the inning. PA, a hard hit ball down the right field line. That one stays fair. PA will round first, and he'll have a double with 2 outs. And another runner in scoring position for the Genomes. Great shot there from the crew. As Josh Smith, our producer tonight, doing a good job of getting all the right angles. Now it's Anderson Miller digging in for the Genomes. 3 home runs, 28 RBI for Miller, who's batting .269 after striking out his first time up. Grimm. Did he go around? Check swing. He did, strike 1. If Miller can get aboard here where the Genomes would bat around, Gavin Johns in the on-deck circle, he led off this inning with a double. Genomes a 5-1 lead, a pair of home runs this inning. One from Austin Rye and a 3-run rocket launched over the left field wall by Chris Davis. Here's the 0-1 to Miller. He'll miss outside again is Grimm. And the count now 1-1. Beautiful night for baseball. Not a light of sun dipping down, but Miller hard hit ball into right field. We'll get back to that thought when we come back as Gonzalez comes in to make the catch. 3 down, but the damage done. A 5-run third for the Wild Health Genomes. They take a 5-1 lead as we go to the 4th inning. Here live on the Lexington Legends YouTube channel. Xander Wheel, who was at the plate when the 3rd inning came to an end. Ben Aklinski was tagged out at second base, digging back in to lead off here in the 4th. And a hard hit ball into center field. Backing up is Miller, and he'll watch this one go over the wall. A home run derby here in Lexington through 4. Xander Wills, 22nd of the year, makes it 5-2. The bad news for the Genomes, that's the second home run given up by Kellogg. The good news, both of them solo home runs, and the 3-run lead still intact for the home team. When you go over the center field wall, you are showing off some power, and that's exactly what Xander did there. 405 straight away into center field, says Keith Hardiman, and he seems to be like a guy that knows what he's talking about. Now it's the guy that hit the first solo home run this game. That's Lattimore coming to the plate. Solo home run in the second inning for Lattimore to lead the inning off. Very first pitch of that second inning blasted over the left field wall by Lattimore. Jerry Downs in the on-deck circle. He's singled to right field his last time up at the plate. One ball, 2 strikes to Lattimore. Swung on and missed, and strike 3. Striking out Lattimore is Kellogg for the third strikeout of the game for the Genomes pitcher. Downs takes a pitch on the outside corner, 0-1. Here's another one. This one fouled off back on top of the big league roofing roofs. The count jumps to 0-2. Folks, if you need your roof looked at or worked on, call 859-693-ROOF for big league roofers here in Lexington. Jerry Downs with a 287 average. Watches another pitch go outside. This one missing. 1-2. Now the count to the Rockers' first baseman. 1 down here in the 4th inning. Another pitch up in the zone now, making the count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Leydendorf in the on-deck circle. Michael Watkins here with you on the call up in the booth tonight with Will, Hugh, Keith, and a full cast of characters here. Downs will ground 1 foul. Two and 2 the count as the foul ball keeps it even. Here's the 2-2 pitch again, outside this time, running the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Jerry Downs. Kellogg, the windup and the payoff pitch, swung on and missed, and down goes Downs for the second out of the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts by Kellogg, and now it's Leydendorf coming to the plate. Kellogg this season, 2-2 with a 5.52 ERA. Outside on the first pitch to Leydendorf, who popped up to third his first time around. Another pitch outside, 2-0. Tyler Leydendorf, the second baseman for the Rockers. Kellogg's pitch. That's a called strike. The Rockers, 6 days ago, on this field, put up 25 runs, a franchise record, and a 25-9 win over the Lexington Legends. This ball popped up and over to Berettas at second base. Jimmy will make the play for the third out of the inning. Another solo home run for the Rockers makes it 5-2 We go to the bottom half of the fourth with the Genomes on top on the Legends YouTube channel. We're heading into the bottom of the fourth, and a new pitcher into the game for the Wild Health, or for the High Point Rockers, excuse me. Nathan Bates takes over on the mound for the Rockers. Bates, 6'6", 205 pounds, 28 years of age, and he'll face off against Gavin Johns, who led off the third inning for the Genomes with a double into center field. Johns now batting .214, scored a run in his last time at the plate, came around to score on that two-run home run by Austin Rye. 0-2 the count to Johns. Bates delivers, and Johns will swing through for strike three, one down in the fourth. Now it is that guy who hit the home run shot, Austin Rye, over the left field wall his last time around. That was against Grimm, though. Bates got the strikeout to Johns, and now he'll face the righty Rye. 6.62 ERA for Bates as he makes this appearance in relief of Casey Grimm, who, again, started so well. The first six batters he faced, 6 up, 6 down. But then as soon as Gavin Johns hit that double, you could tell it was going to be trouble the rest of the inning, and that's exactly what it was. 5 runs across for the Genomes in that bottom half of the third, and they took that 5-1 lead. Of course, the solo home run by Wheel, making it 5-2 when the Rockers came back to the plate. That pitch inside, 2-1 the count. This one hit hard into right field. And it's going to be over the wall. Nope. They say it's in play. So Rye, who hit one over the left field wall his last time up, thought he might be home run number 2 of the game as he hits this one going opposite field into right. Check out the replay here. Yeah, bounces off the wall, back in play. So a 1-out double for Rye, his second hit of the game. And that brings Clayton Melbauer back to the plate. Melbauer walked in the third inning. Came around to score a run on the 3-run shot by Davis. Melbauer just a 2.02 average, but he has been so good defensively during his time with the Genomes. Strike one to the Genome shortstop. Oh, 0-1 the count as Bates gets set. Checks on Rye at second, and a pitch on the inside misses. Melbauer, 4 home runs, 9 RBI this season. A chance to drive in RBI number 10 if he can get one into the outfield potentially with Rye at second in scoring position. But a pitch on the outside makes it 1-2 from Nathan Bates. Bates glances over at second. Again, checking on the runner and comes home with the 1-2. Misses outside. Count evens up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Melbauer will foul off the 2-2 pitch to stay alive. Count remains 2-2. Back to the top of the order we go after this at-bat from Melbauer. Luke Becker in the on-deck circle with 1 down here in the 4th inning and a Genomes 5-2 lead. Bates will get the sign, and the pitch is grounded over to second base. Ladendorf will throw over to first to Downs to get the second out of the inning, but it does allow Rye to move over to third. Brings up the leadoff man for the Genomes, Luke Becker, who will bat from the left side of the plate against Bates. In his first 2 plate appearances against Grimm, he hit from the right side of the box. Becker a chance to drive in his 51st RBI on the year with Rye 90 feet away. Pitch outside, ball 1. These 2 teams will square off tomorrow at 12:05 start here at Wild Health Field, and then game number 3 of this 3-game series on Thursday night here at the ballpark. That night it'll be a 6:35 p.m. start to the game. Bates catches the outside corner as the count evens up at a ball and a strike. Becker waits, and the 1-1 missing up high. 2 balls and a strike to Luke. Good crowd on hand here at Wild Health Field tonight for the Genomes and the Rockers. The Rockers actually Keith Hardiman's favorite wrestling tag team from back in the day. Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty. That's a blast from the past. Yeah. The glass shattering in the mirror. Yeah. The 2-2 grounded over to Leitendorf again. He'll come up throwing and get downs to make the catch for the third out of the inning. Rye stranded over at third, but the Genomes still lead it by 3. We go to the fifth inning here in Lexington at Wild Health Field, broadcasting live on the Legends YouTube channel. Jay Gonzalez will start things off for the High Point Rockers here in the fifth inning, down 5-2. A couple of solo home runs for the Rockers to get their 2 runs. A couple of big home runs for the Genomes as well. A 2-run shot and a 3-run home run to give them their 5 runs. Each run that has been scored in this game, courtesy of the long ball. And now Gonzalez falls behind 0-2, leading off here in the fifth. Kellogg brings some heat outside. 87 miles per hour, missing on the outside part of the plate. Jay flew out to left field his first time around. Fouls that one off as the count stays 1-2. Glad to have you along here with us, folks, on the Lexington Legends YouTube channel, the team that the Legends share the stadium with. The Genomes taking on the High Point Rockers. Going to be a bang-bang play at first, and Melbauer unable to make the throw in time to get Jay Gonzalez, who was hustling up the line at first. And there's now 1 on for the Rockers to lead off the inning. Hugh Davis, a hit or an error? Base hit, yeah. So an infield single for Gonzalez, who takes a good lead off of first. Batting now for the Rockers is Michael Gulino. Batting .252 for the visiting squad here in Lexington. 1-0 outside, 2 balls, no strikes now the count. Rockers right now atop the wild card standings, 1 game in front of the Genomes. So this series uber important to both teams as they try to make their case for a playoff spot. Strike 1 as Galino takes all the way. 3 balls and a strike. Lexington Legends leaded 6-3 over the Gastonia Honey Hunters. Legends on the road tonight. As Golino hits one, Paredes able to hop up and make the play. An acrobatic catch by Paredes for out number one. That brings up Giovanni Alfonso. Legends with that 6-3 lead. 7 hits, 6 runs for Lexington on the road. A couple of RBI from Geraldo, who has been playing well as of late for Lexington. Two runs scored by Tejeda as part of that 6-3 lead for the Lexington Legends. Kellogg throws over, not going to be in time. Alfonso popped up to right field his last time up. Heading in that direction once again here, but this one will get foul. Home plate umpire Chris Wood tonight. Michael Rash, the first base ump, and Lyle Travis, your third base umpire. That one gets foul as well. So 2 strikes to count to Giovanni Alfonso. Back-to-back foul balls. Kellogg trying to get the strikeout. Up high in the zone, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 the count. This one fouled off. So if you have to hit both of them, Hugh? Oh wow, okay. And that one's for this one over here? Okay.
This is for those.
Okay.
That's why sometimes I look and I'm kind of, wait a minute. Which one did I do right? Which one did you like?
So the 1-2 to Alfonso. You learn something new every day, folks. That's a swing and a miss, and Alfonso down on strikes. So 5 strikeouts now for Kellogg as we go back to the top of the order, and Michael Russell digging in for the Rockers. Russell 0 for 2 tonight. Kellogg will check on the runner at first and deliver a pitch that's hit hard to short. Melbauer backing up, makes the play, flipping over to Paredes for the force out in the inning. Rockers strand a runner. They still trail 5-2. We head to the bottom half of the 5th, broadcasting live on the Lexington Legends YouTube channel. Back here on the Lexington Legends YouTube channel. Check out your boy here on the live shot. So if we can move it to this way. There we go. Up here in the booth. How about Josh Smith, man? This guy putting in some effort tonight. It's going to be a fun night here in Lexington if the Genomes can keep up their pace right now. The Visiting High Point Rockers down 5-2, and we go to the bottom half of the fifth inning. Coming up for the Genomes, it'll be Chris Shaw, Davis, and Paredes, the 2-3-4 part of the order coming your way here in the bottom of this fifth inning. Glad to have you along. Michael Watkins here with you on the call, folks, tonight at Wild Health Field in Lexington. If you've never been to a game here, folks, you've got to come check it out. They got some awesome suites, some good seats, not a bad seat in the house, whether you're right behind home plate or whether you're up in the Pepsi party deck in right field. Everybody can have a good view and a good angle and a good shot of Wild Health Field here in Lexington. We'll get back to the action with Bates staying on the mound for the Rockers. Shell will lead off against Bates. And the first pitch he sees on the inside corner for a called strike one. Shaw will foul this one off of the big league roofing roofs and right back into play. So 0-2 the count to Shaw. Chris batting .261 on the season. 1 for 2 tonight. Bates' pitch up high now 1-2. Shaw grounded out to second. Singled to right center field in his 2 plate appearances. Was actually robbed of extra bases by Ben Aklinski in that base hit in the third. This one going to be a double for sure as he rounds first. Would have been close, but Gonzalez bobbles it in right field and allows Shaw to reach base on second. But a double for Chris Shaw. Check out the replay. A hard hit ball down the right field line. Back-to-back base hits for the Genomes first baseman. And the leadoff man in scoring position. Chris Davis, a 3-run blast-off over the left field wall. His last time up at the plate. And he'll hit one hard into left center field this time, but going to be in the area of Ben Aklinski for the out, first out of the inning. So now it's Felix P.A. coming to the plate for the Genomes. Like that Paredes, excuse me. Jimmy Paredes at the plate. Paredes 8 home runs on the season, and he'll foul that first pitch off to go 0-1 in the count. To pitch outside. This one catches the corner. It's 0-2. Paredes questioning the call of Chris Wood. Shaw in scoring position at second base. Paredes will foul this one. Oh, excuse me, grounded over to first. An easy play for Jerry Downs, but it does allow Shaw to advance up to third. So now it's Felix PA coming to the plate. PA batting at .263 tonight. A base hit, 1 for 2, a double to right field in his last time up at the plate. And he'll take one on the outside corner for a called strike one. With 2 down here in the inning, Chris Shaw 90 feet away. The Genomes had Rye 90 feet away in the last inning. We were unable to bring him around. And now it's PA trying to drive in Chris Shaw. This ball fouled off. Count is 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. PA. Bates. The pitch. And it swung on and missed. PA down on 3 straight. Nicely done by Bates to get out of another mini jam. Keeping that 3-run deficit intact as we go to the 6th inning. Genomes in front 5-2. Broadcasting in Lexington at Wild Health Field on the Legends YouTube channel. Ryan Kellogg will face off against Ben Aklinski, the 2, 3, 4 part of the lineup here coming to the plate for the High Point Rockers. And the first pitch on the outside corner, strike 1 to Aklinski. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Ben, the former Lexington legend, again had a legendary year last year. Was just so good at getting on base. And that Legends team last year was so good from top to bottom with power, speed, guys that could just hit for average. And Aklinski will strike out swinging. 3 straight pitches from Kellogg to get the strikeout to the High Point center fielder. Xander Wheel now coming to the plate. 1 for 2 start to the game for Wheel. A strikeout and a solo home run for the left fielder from the High Point Rockers. Wheel hits one hard right in the direction of Felix PA, and he's down quickly for out number 2. That'll bring up Lattimore, the DH, who hit that hard ball over the left field wall to lead off the second inning. That long home run, the solo shot to give the Rockers their first run of the game. And the first pitch he sees is fouled off. Back behind the Mattress Overstock Stables. 5-2 Genomes here in the sixth. This one hit hard into left field again. Lattimore off the wall this time. He'll round first and head for second, sliding in there safely for a 2-out double. Yeah, it was Lattimore, the DH. So we had a pinch hitter then. That's right. That's right. So Trejo was the batter there, not Lattimore. Lattimore had been the DH, but with losing the pitcher, the DH spot no longer intact. So it was Trejo who got that 2-out double. Pardon me, folks. Yep. Hugh Davis caught it. That's what he's here for, folks. So it was a double for Trejo. And now it's Jerry Downs, who's 1 for 2 with a strikeout this evening. Swing and a miss. Downs, a hard hit ball heading toward right field. PA backing up. And before the warning track, PA makes the catch. A long fly ball to right field. Inning comes to an end, and the Genomes still in front, 5-2. A good game here in Lexington. It'll be Miller, Johns, and Rye coming to the plate for the Genomes when we come back on the Legends YouTube channel. Called strike one to Anderson Miller, who tonight is 0 for 2, a strikeout and a pop-up to right field for Miller. Grounding over to short, and in time for the first out of the inning. One down here in the sixth for the Genomes. He'll lead it 5-2, 7 hits, 5 runs, an error for the Genomes tonight. 5 hits, 2 runs for the High Point Rockers. Gavin Johns now comes to the plate. Johns, a double to center field and a strikeout. 1 for 2 this evening. He got the offense started back in that third inning. Was the first hit off of Casey Grimm. This one's hit hard into right field and misplayed by the right fielder Gonzalez. Sliding in head first is Downs for his second double of the ball game. Sometimes things just click, and Johns tonight has done so well. Now it's Austin Rye coming back to the plate. A pair of base hits for Rye, a 2-run home run over the left field wall, and a double to right field that was almost a home run itself. First pitch on the outside, ball 1. Another pitch that misses, 2 balls, no strikes. Leitendorf will lead things off for the Rockers when they come back to bat. But will it be a 3-run deficit or more? Here's a pitch that's grounded over to short and fielded up by the shortstop Alfonso for the second out of the inning. First time Rye has been retired. Now it's Melbauer. Clayton. We'll see the first pitch go by, ball 1. One and 0 the count. Melbauer batting now 200 on the season, 4 home runs, still 9 RBI. Did he go around? He did. A check swing strike, 1-1 the count. Melbauer a walk and a ground out to second in his 2 plate appearances. Swing and a miss, strike 2. One and 2. Clayton Melbauer. Here's a pitch that bounces up into the glove of the catcher, Gulino. Cotter with 11 pitches thus far, 7 of them for strikes. A 2-2 count to Melbauer. Here's a pitch. And it'll miss low. Full count now to the Genomes shortstop. Top of the order, Luke Becker, who's 0 for 3 tonight in the on-deck circle. And Melbauer will coax the walk. A good at-bat as the Genome shortstop aboard for the second time tonight, both times courtesy of the base on balls. Becker this evening has struck out, flown out, and grounded out. So every way you can get out, he's done it. But Luke, one of the top hitters for the Genomes, 13 home runs on the year. He'll take a pitch on the outside corner for a called strike one. Becker playing in left field tonight. 289 average for a guy who can really help lead a team, whether you put him in the leadoff spot or in the heart of the order somewhere. Becker, one of those guys that can always make a difference. And he's got a 1-ball, 1-strike count, 2 down in the inning, and 2 guys aboard for the Wild Health Genomes. And Johns, who doubled, and Melbauer, who walked. Here's a pitch, and that one is fouled off by Becker to fall behind 1-2. Glad to have you along here with us, folks. A 5-2 lead for the Wild Health Genomes. The High Point Rockers on the road once again here in Lexington after coming up here last week and going 1-2 in 3 games with the Legends. Pitch up high now, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And for a day that was filled with rain, it has turned out to be a beautiful night here in Lexington, overlooking Wild Health Field. Some clouds, but the temperature has dropped a bit. And as we have crossed over the 8 o'clock hour, a beautiful evening for some baseball here in Lexington. 2s across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 2 men aboard for Luke Becker. That pitch misses, and the count goes full. So it's 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Becker. Cotter trying to close out this inning. And the pitch taken inside, ball 4. Bases now loaded for the Genomes. And Cotter, who was able to get Miller to ground out and Rye, has now let the bases get loaded. Johns, the second batter of the inning, had that double to right field, and then Melbauer and Becker both walking for Chris Shaw, who's back-to-back base hits. Now bring him back to the plate with a chance to drive in a couple of RBI for the former first-round draft pick. Shaw will swing this one back and foul it off for strike 1. Shaw falls behind 0-2, a big swing and a miss. Cotter trying to get the inning over. Gets the sign and the 0-2. Shaw takes inside now, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Chris Shaw at the plate. Chris Davis in the on-deck circle. He's got 3 RBI tonight with a 3-run home run back in that 3rd inning. Shaw will strike out with the bases loaded. Another chance for the Genomes to add to that 3-run lead, but nothing coming across. In the last 3 innings, the Genomes have stranded 5 men on base, but they still lead it 5-2 as we go to the 7th inning. Here live on the Legends YouTube channel. Guzman will lead things off here for the Rockers. Or, excuse me, for the Genomes now on the mound. Trying to fix my mic stand, my rigged up mic stand here up in the booth tonight. Appreciate you joining us here, folks. It's been a fun night for baseball with the Genomes and the Rockers going mano-a-mano. This pitch swung on and missed for strike 2 to Leidendorf. It's Leidendorf, Gonzalez, and Gulino, the 6, 7, 8 part of the order here for High Point at the plate. The 1-2 from Guzman, who's been the steady hand in the bullpen for the Genomes this season. High hit ball that might stay playable. Rye will watch it go foul. So 1-2 to Leidendorf, leading things off here in the 7th. Guzman with the pitch. It's outside 2-2. .238 average for the second baseman from High Point. And the Rockers, with this 5-2 deficit, trying to make a game out of it, and that might help. Leidendorf going to pop one up. It'll stay in play, and Melbauer will back up to make the catch. So one down in the 7th inning for the High Point Rockers. Jay Gonzalez now digging in for the visiting team to face off against Guzman, the lefty-lefty matchup. That first pitch is fouled off. Gonzalez awaits Guzman the pitch, and that one taken at the knees for a called strike. So 0-2 the count. Gonzalez trying to get aboard here with one down in the 7th. Guzman sets and delivers, and did he go around? He did not. So the count remains, or now in favor of Guzman, 1-2. Swung on and missed. That'll be strike 3. So 2 down in the inning for the Rockers. And Guzman coming in, doing what Guzman does. And the batter is Gulino, the catcher. Gulino tonight 0 for 2, a ground out and a line drive right into the glove of Jimmy Paredes, who hopped up to make that play back in the 5th inning. Here's the 1-0. Missing again is Guzman. 2 balls, no strikes. Two balls, no strikes to Michael Gulino. A .250 average and just 1 home run on the year for the catcher from High Point. He'll await the 2-0 pitch, and Guzman will get a 2-0 strike call, making it 2-1. Gulino, again, over 2 this evening. On a good night for baseball here in Lexington. Let's see if Guzman can get this out and head to the bottom half of the 7th. Grounder over to Milbauer. He'll backhand it and throw out the runner in time. Milbauer kind of hesitated for a moment, but still able to get the out. 3 up, 3 down for Guzman. Guzman doing Guzman things here in the 7th. We go to the bottom half of the inning. Here live on the Legends YouTube channel. Chris Davis will come to the plate for the Genomes. Davis, Paredes, and PA, the 3-4-5 part of the lineup for the Genomes, coming to the plate here in this inning. First pitch strike to Davis. Chris, the DH, batting .400, 5 home runs and 16 RBI. Hit those totals earlier in this game. A 3-run shot back in the 3rd inning, part of that 5-run third for the Genomes. Castellanos delivers one, and that one's hit hard in the left field, but right into the glove of the left fielder Wheel. That brings up Paredes. Jimmy tonight grounded out to third, flew out to right, and grounded out to first. 0 for 3 in the game for Jimmy P. Castellanos to lefty. Paredes switches over to the right side of the plate, and he'll hit it one hard into right field. But Gonzalez there quickly to make the second out of the inning. That brings up Felix PA. PA tonight struggling at the plate. 1 for 3 with a strikeout in his last time up. But he did double to right field back in the third inning. Felix a .262 average. See if he can get aboard here in the seventh with 2 down and the base is empty. Castellanos, newly signed back on Friday of last week. Two-0 count to PA. Castellanos will deliver a fastball outside 90 on the gun, but he misses. Now on the count 3-0. So 3 balls, no strikes. And PA finally gets a strike. Lets it fly by as the count goes to 3-1, taken all the way there on the 3-0 pitch. Three balls, 1 strike to Felix PA. And the pitch outside missing and delaying the inevitable. Castellanos will miss outside to walk the right fielder for the Genomes. It's Anderson Miller now coming to the plate. Miller, the center fielder, 0 for 3 this evening. Castellanos checks on the base runner. Miller fouls off the pitch for strike 1. A fly out to left field by Davis, a fly out to right field by Paredes, and a walk to PA. The first 3 batters of this inning. Now Anderson Miller trying to find his stride here in the second half of the season. If the Genomes win this game tonight, there'll be a first-place tie in the wild card standings in the ALPB between these two teams. So this series of uber importance as we come down the stretch here in the second half of the year. Castellanos delivers one on the outside corner, 0-2 to Miller. PA gets his lead off of first. And that one outside. One ball, 2 strikes. Castellanos again checks on the runner PA and comes home with a grounder off the dugout. Heads up for the fan right behind the Rockers dugout, and a souvenir for one of the fans there. Miller will pop one up in the infield. Downs will come up to make the catch to retire the side. Well, Genomes stranded another base runner PA stranded over at first, but they still lead 5-2. We go to the 8th inning here in Lexington at Wild Health Field, broadcasting live on the Legends YouTube channel. Giovanni Alfonso will come to the plate as Robbie Ross comes into the game for the Wild Health Genomes. Alfonso will bat from the right side of the plate, and Ross, with a 3.48 ERA, will try to carry this lead along into the 9th inning. A pitch hit hard into right field, but right into the glove of Felix PA as Alfonso leads things off with a fly ball into the outfield, one retired here in the 8th inning.
Bottom five are 2 for 15 in their lineup.
Hugh Davis pointing out the bottom 5 batters in the lineup for the Rockers are 2 for 15? 2 for 15, says Hugh Davis. So
Downs and Gonzalez have the hits. The others are
yeah, just a pair of hits in the game, or excuse me, 5 hits in the game for the Rockers. Downs with one of those. Lattimore had that solo home run. Trejo, who pinch hit for Lattimore, had that double to left center field. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Michael Russell. Top of the order now, back up at the plate. Russell tonight 0 for 3. Not a good start for the leadoff man. And looks like we're going to have our attendance number here this inning. 2 balls and a strike to Russell as Robbie Ross delivers a pitch that's headed down the right field line. I'm going to do 9-13. Wow. 1,188, your attendance number tonight. You're pretty close, you. Hugh Davis with the 1-2-3-4 guess as Russell goes down swinging. Another strikeout to the leadoff man for the Rockers. Now it's a Klinsky at the plate tonight. Ben 0 for 2, reached on an error back in the third inning. So he's been aboard just once tonight. Takes that pitch up high, 1-1 the count. Robbie Ross looking for a 1-2-3 inning himself here in the eighth. And that pitch outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Grounder down the third base line in at the Genomes dugout. Ross trying to go 1-2-3 here in the eighth. The 2-2. Outside corner, ring him up. Klinsky doesn't like the strike 3 call, but he'll go down on strikes as the inning comes to an end. Robbie Ross doing Guzman things himself as he comes in and closes the door, and we go to the bottom half of the eighth inning. Genomes trying to add to a 3-run lead. They've left 6 guys on base in the last 4 innings. We'll see if they can change that when we come back here on the Legends YouTube channel. Gavin Johns comes to the plate first for the Genomes, and Johns having a good day at the office. A pair of base hits, both doubles, 1 to center field, 1 to right field, bookending a strikeout for the third baseman tonight. And a first pitch strike. Jonathan Crawford now in the game for the Rockers. Crawford's 0-1 pitch, and that'll plunk him. And John's aboard to lead off the inning. it's Austin Rye, the catcher, who's got a couple of base hits himself tonight. A two-run home run back in the third, and Rye a double in the fourth inning that went off the wall. Almost went back-to-back home runs in his first two plate appearances, but 2 for 3 with a strikeout and a first pitch strike from Crawford as he gets an 0-1 lead against Rye. He was batting .204, 27 RBI on the season. Austin was traded to the Genomes from the Long Island Ducks for Castro. Here's a pitch where I throw over, not going to be in time to get Gavin Johns. 0-1 the count to Rye. Here's the 0-1. Runner taken off. Johns is going to be safe at second. Ball gets into center field, and Gavin's going to head for third. Aklinski will come in, but no shot to get Gavin Johns. And the hustling up the line on the bases for the Genomes have a runner now just 90 feet away from adding to the lead. Throw down not in time, and Leidendorf unable to field it cleanly, and now the Genomes have an insurance run just down the line at third base. See if Rye can bring him in. It's Rye, then Melbauer, the 8 and 9 part of the order now coming up, and then we'll go back to the top of the lineup with Luke Becker a couple of batters away. One and one the count. This pitch on the outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes with runner at third for Austin Rye. Here's Crawford's pitch. Swung on and missed, and there's one down here in the inning for the Genomes. First pitch to Melbauer outside, missing. Got a 1-0 count to the Genome shortstop, who's got a pair of walks tonight. Been aboard 2 of the 3 times he's been at the dish. Crawford's pitch catches the outside corner. One and one to Clayton Melbauer. Crawford sets and delivers. Outside, 2-1 the count. The 2-1 from Crawford. Missing outside, 2-2. Hugh Davis pointing out 2 of the 5 hits in the Rockers stat column coming from the bottom 5. For the Genomes, 5 of the 8 hits coming from the bottom 5 part of the order. So they've done their part. Of course, every run that's come across tonight has been courtesy of the long ball. Rye, a 2-run shot. Chris Davis, a 3-run home run. And for the Rockers, a pair of solo home runs as Melbauer takes the walk. Now runners at the corners for the Genomes. Solo home runs from Lattimore and Wheel for the Rockers this evening. Luke Becker now takes to the plate. Got Downs, Johns at third, Mel Bauer at first. Couple of speedy base runners out there for the Genomes. Throw over, not going to be in time to get Mel Bauer. Pitch is going to miss. 1-0. That one is fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner taken off. Mel Bauer will able to steal second, and he's going to go all the way to third. The catcher, Gulino, kind of got confused on what he was supposed to be doing. He let the ball go by and then just stood there for a moment, realized that Mel Bauer was on the bases as well, and now he's over at third for Becker as the Genomes tack on an insurance run. Pitched up in the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Or 2-1, excuse me. 2-1 to Becker with a 4-run, make it a 5-run lead now. No, okay, it is 6-2. Yeah. 6-2 your score. And this one's hit hard in the left center field. Becker going deep and off the wall. An RBI for Luke Becker. He'll take second base, and the Genomes have added 2 runs in the inning. It's now 7-2 here in the bottom of the 8th. Now it's Chris Shaw. Shaw grounded out to second and struck out, but in between those 2 at-bats, he's got a couple of base hits, a single and a double. 1 out in the inning for the Genomes as Shaw faces off against Crawford. 1-0 count to the former first-round draft pick in the Major League Baseball draft, Chris Shaw. He'll foul this one off as the count goes to 1-1. That one's hit hard. Shaw going off the wall. He'll get a double. And then RBI himself driving in Becker. And more runs coming across for the Genomes. It was a 3-run lead coming into the 8th. And now it's a 6-run lead with 3 runs across here in the inning. Now it's Chris Davis, the DH. Davis, a hard hit ball in the left center field, and that one is over the wall. A 2-run home run from Davis, who already has a 3-run home run in the game. Make it 10-2, and the Genomes have blown the doors off of this one here in the 8th inning.
Michael, 2 5 spots.
2 5-run innings, yes, Hugh Davis points out.
In this case, 2 5s beat 2 1.
A pair of 5-run innings, a little bit better than a pair of 1-run innings, as the case is tonight. 11 hits now for the Genome, but the base is clear for Paredes as Crawford sets and delivers a big swing and a miss. 0-2 to Jimmy.
This ties for the wild card, right?
Yep. So 0-2 to JP. He'll hit one hard in the right field, and Gonzalez will not be able to come up to make the play. Another base hit for the Genomes. They just keep piling on. What is that now, 5 base hits in the inning?
Four.
Paredes, first base hit of the game. And the new pitcher will head to the mound for the Rockers. It's 10-2 Genomes, a 5-run 8th, adding to a 3-run lead already. We'll step aside while the pitcher warms up and be right back on the Legends YouTube channel. Welcome back into the broadcast booth here at Wild Health Field. It's a 10-2 lead as the new pitcher warms up for the Rockers. It's number 13 coming into the game for High Point. Joe Johnson, the right-handed pitcher. 6 feet tall, born in 1997 was Johnson, and he'll take to the mound here to try and end this inning at the least for High Point, who now trails at 10-2 as we head into the latter part of the 8th inning. It has been a 5-run 8th thus far for the Genomes, capped off by a 2-run shot over the left center field wall by Chris Davis. Davis tonight, a 3-run home run in the 3rd inning, that 2-run home run here in the 8th, 5 RBI and 2 home runs added to the total for Davis. Now it's PA at the plate for the Genomes with Paredes over at first. PA tonight aboard twice. Felix with a double in the third inning and a walk in his last plate appearance back in the seventh. Johnson, first pitch on the outside corner, a called strike one, and PA hits the ball with his bat on the exit throw from Gulino. 5 home runs total in the game tonight. 3 from the Genomes, 2 from the Rockers. Both of their home runs, solo home runs, for their 2 runs on the scoreboard. Pitch outside. 1 ball and a strike. 1 down here in the bottom of the 8th. So it's 1-1 to PA. Here's a pitch. Taken on the inside corner, a called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the Genomes right fielder. PA will pop one up down the left field line. Everybody giving it a chase. And Russell makes a nice catch over the shoulder grab in foul territory. That'll bring up Anderson Miller back to the dish. Miller, a rough day, 0 for 4, strikeout, a couple of pop-ups, and a ground out to second base. Paredes over at first. Miller trying to get his first base hit of the game that Paredes was able to get just 2 batters ago. First pitch grounded over to first. Jerry Downs will make the play to end the inning, but a 5-run 8th for the Genomes. You want insurance runs? They'll give them to you. 5 of them here in the 8th, and they take an 8-run lead into the 9th inning. 3 outs away from a victory here in Lexington on the Legends YouTube channel. Almingo will come in for the Genomes to try and record these final 3 outs. The Genomes adding 5 runs to an already 5-2 lead in that 8th inning. And now it's 10-2 as we go to the 9th. First pitch, inside, ball 1 to Xander Wheel, leading things off here in the inning. Then we'll have a pinch hitter. Right now it's number 5 in the on-deck circle. That is not on the roster for High Point. Swung on and missed by Wheel. Do you guys have a number 5? That's who's in the on-deck circle for the Rockers. One and one, the count to Wheel. Wheel, he'll get one over the left field wall. Another home run for the Rockers. Second of the game for Wheel. He had a solo shot in the 4th and a solo home run here in the 9th inning. So Xander adding to his total. Now 23 home runs on the season and 69 RBI. Oh, DeSarcina coming to the plate now for the Rockers. DeSarcina facing off, and he'll pop up the first pitch into center field. Anderson Miller lost it for a moment, able to find it and able to make the play. Did not make that one look easy on a fly ball into center field. Lost it in the lights, but finds it and makes a sliding catch for out number 1. It's now time for Jerry Downs to come to the plate. Downs, a .285 average, 12 home runs, 44 ribbies on the year. The first baseman for the Rockers will bat with the bases empty in a now 10-3 lead for the Genomes. Downs will pull one down the right field line, but it'll get foul. Downs tonight, a single to right field, a strikeout, and a fly out to right field. 1 for 3 afternoon for the first baseman from the High Point Rockers. And now we've got the training staff coming out onto the mound to check on Almingo. Not sure what happened there, but it looks like they're going to check his right shoulder. There is action up in the pen. It looks like down in the left field line or behind the left field wall. Didn't notice anything about Almingo like wincing in pain or making a face or anything, but they're checking on him right now. We'll see what the final verdict is for the relief pitcher. As now Felix P.A. coming in to check on him from right field. Paredes is in there as well. So there will be new pitching coming into the game for the Genomes. So while he comes in to warm up, we'll pause for a moment and be back here on the Legends YouTube channel. So Weinberger will come in. He'll try to get these last two outs as we come back here to you on the live stream up in the booth. We got a good crowd on hand tonight, and these two teams squaring off. If the Genomes can get these final two outs without allowing a massive lead to get away from them, they will tie the Rockers for first place in the wild card standings. So a big game here, and the Genomes, again, just a pair of outs away from the victory as Weinberger warms up. Folks, we appreciate you joining us here up in the booth. Michael Watkins here with you, and it's a fun night for baseball in Lexington. A really beautiful night with the rain and everything we had all day long here in the area. The clouds really didn't disperse until right before first pitch. It ends up being a good night for baseball, and if you're a Genomes fan, a great night for your team as they are, again, 2 outs away from a 10-3 win on their home field. So far, the Rockers, 3 runs, 6 hits, and an error. The Genomes, 10 runs, 12 hits, and that 1 error back in the 3rd inning by Clayton Melbauer. But as Weinberger finishes his warm-up throws, we'll get back to action here. Number 17, Jack Weinberger. Appreciate you joining us here on the broadcast tonight. Tom Gross will have the call for you tomorrow. And then on Thursday, I'll be back here to close out this 3-game series. The Genomes are back in action on Friday for another 3-game series. Tom will have the call for you Friday. I'll be here Saturday, and Tom will be back on Sunday to close out the games here in Lexington. So Weinberger looks like he's ready. Get a good shot of the back of the Rockers uniform there. Man, that's a pretty jersey, though. I'll tell you what, the blue and the yellow. A cool little shot there from our producer, Josh Smith. Weinberger finishing up his warm-up throws. He wants 2 more, it looks like, and we'll get back to action. So Downs will come back to the plate. It's an 0-1 count to Downs. Almingo had to exit the ball game with a shoulder injury after getting a first pitch strike to Jerry. I think he fouled that pitch off, if I'm not mistaken. But now it's 0-1 the count, with the bases empty for Jerry Downs and 1 down here in the 9th inning. Weinberger sets and delivers the 0-1, and Downs will take one on the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Our boy Coop chasing after that ball. 1-1 the count as Downs battles, and now Weinberger going to chat with Rye, the catcher. One's across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out for the first baseman, Jerry Downs. Weinberger will get the sign. First pitch he threw was inside. Let's see what he does here with Downs. This one on the outside corner. He went around, strike 2. 1-2 to JD, Jerry Downs, the Rocker first baseman. Weinberger looking for his first out of the game. From the stretch, the pitch is swung on and fouled off by Downs to stay alive. 1-2. Weinberger Delivers another one inside, evening up the count, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Hit hard into center field. That one might go over the wall. Backing up is Miller, and another solo home run for the Rockers. So Downs will circle the bases. Another solo jack. 4 solo home runs for the Rockers here tonight, and they still trail it 10-4. Here's a replay. Downs. Miller backing up. And another one, more impressively, Downs and Wheel tonight. Their 2 home runs, or one of the 2 for Wheel, excuse me, over straightaway center field. So they have blasted it off the bat, 405 straight away. And it's now 10-4. Weinberger now facing Leydendorf. First pitch strike call. Leydendorf, 10 home runs, 33 RBI for him. Weinberger will get the sign, and the 0-1 pitch. Popped up into right field. Might be playable. Chris Shaw giving it a chase, and Shaw will get one over his shoulder. Nice defensive play by the Genomes first baseman. Jay Gonzalez, the final hope of the Rockers. They're going to need a lot more work, though, to close this 6-run gap. Weinberger facing off against the lefty right fielder. This pitch fouled off back behind the big league roofing roofs here at the stadium. And 1 the count to Gonzalez. Weinberger the pitch. This one grounded right back up the middle. It'll get through for a base hit. So a base runner aboard for the Rockers. Now it's Michael Galino. Make that a pinch hitter coming in. Logan Morrison, the batter. On the roster, I have Morrison as 19, but he's got 44 on tonight. Morrison, a 6'3" lefty, 35 years old. One 0 count. 1 out away from a victory for the Genomes. Weinberger's pitch. On the inside corner, it's now 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Weinberger with the pitch. Outside, 2-1. Morrison, 9 home runs on the year. Pinch hitting for Galeno, the catcher. And Weinberger will step off the mound. And that pitch misses. The 3-1. Hit hard in the left field. That one's going to get down, but in foul territory as the count goes full. So now it's a 3-ball, 2-strike count. Morrison trying to battle here. It's a 6-run lead for the Genomes, but still feels a little bit shaky here as Weinberger tries to get this final out. He'll walk Morrison. Rye coming out to chat with Weinberger once again. Just one out away, Weinberger trying to get it over with and get the victory and tie the standings in the wild card with the Rockers. He'll step off the mound again at second base. Is Gonzalez. At first is Morrison after that pinch hit walk. Giovanni Alfonso at the plate, the shortstop. Tonight Alfonso 0 for 3. Weinberger with a nice breaking ball that catches the outside part of the plate for an 0-1 lead in the count. No balls and a strike. 2 men on for the Rockers. Weinberger's 0-1. That one fouled off. Now 0-2. So now 1 out, 1 strike away from the victory. Weinberger, a 4.59 ERA, a 2-1 record. Settles in, and the 0-2 pitch. Missing outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2, and it's one hit hard into right field. PA there to catch it and end the ball game. A shaky finish, but a finish indeed. The Wild Health Genomes are now tied with the Rockers in the wild card standings after the victory tonight. A 10-4 win for the Genomes. Home runs aplenty tonight. 2 of them courtesy of Chris Davis and Xander Wheel. Genomes displaying some power with 3 home runs themselves, 3 from the Rockers, but a 6-run victory for the home team. They'll be back in action tomorrow. These same 2 teams will face off at 12:05. Tom Gross will have the call. For the wonderful crew up here, and as always, our producer Josh Smith doing a great job this night as well. We'll see you tomorrow for some baseball here in Lexington on the Legends YouTube channel.